AirSupport came into being about 15 years ago as a result of a volunteer effort that I was involved in. Became involved in a local air show, as I said, about 15 years ago, and grew to like it, got more involved with that organization, kind of grew my role in that organization as we evolved it through a couple of different locations, and out of that we began to see and identify a need for a business in the air show industry that would be able to help, particularly new events, get themselves up on a good footing and get running. And we made the decision to see if we could make that a viable business, and we did so. It started very slowly, but we've been very gratified. It has continued to grow pretty much from the beginning, and now represents the organization that we have. And the mission statement for AirSupport, I think, is really to help organizations enable them to produce a good, high quality and safe event. Air shows, as you know, are very often the result of a desire of a local community organization to create a good, high-quality event for their communities. And what we've learned is by bringing that knowledge base and special equipment that they need to help them do that, it helps them leapfrog the learning curve. It gets them to a better place and allows them to create a good, sustainable air show. So we've had some success doing that. We're very proud of that. We provide different levels of services for different clients. One of the things that we're able to do is really customize that service. We can provide a level of service, anything from full turnkey operation down to a simple one-day visit to help you and your team understand what the size and scope of what lies before you. So as a result, we do different levels for different companies. So we're involved in one way or another upwards of, it'll probably be 30 events this year. And some of those are very significant involvements, others are very small. We also operate several aircraft in support of some public outreach programs for clients. So it's a variable scale, but the AirSupport team in one way or the other is at over 30 events a year.
Cirrus Design's Vision SJ50 single-engine personal jet offers exceptional fuel efficiency, flexible seating for up to 7, advanced avionics, and all the Cirrus safety features you expect, including the Cirrus airframe parachute system. With its detailed design, the Cirrus Vision is technologically advanced, yet engineered to be simple to fly, to allow owner pilots more lifestyle pursuits than any other personal aircraft. Learn more about the Vision SJ50 at cirrusdesign.com.
Well, this vehicle that you see behind me is our newest production. This is Air Command 1, or ACOM 1 as we call it. It's designed to be the newest level in event control, operations, and communications. It's really designed to really raise by orders of magnitude the level of support that we can give the leadership in an event. What we've designed is a fairly robust data and communication system that allows us to provide information to the decision makers who are running the air show. We have multiple computers, multiple Wi-Fi access, power conditioning, networking, and specialized receivers that we use to generate the information for the air show. This information is generated here and then displayed to our operators on the monitors here and the monitors on the wall. We also have the ability to feed that data up into the control cab and onto the top deck to provide that information to the air boss and the leaders of the air show. This is the command cab of Air Command 1. It's a unique design that we're very proud of. It has a 360-degree view all the way around, and something unique in the industry in that it has a glass ceiling. Air shows particularly are unique in aircraft operations, unlike a conventional airport tower where the view is out to look at the aircraft moving around. We have that need, but also we need to look straight up to see what's going on, so we've designed that. To facilitate the work in here, we've developed these workstations. There are 5 workstations around the cab. Each one is fully configurable with RF and data communications lines, so we can configure for any computer communication or radio needs that we need in the cab. The unique thing about this is that this functionality is repeated on the top deck, which we'll take a look at in a moment, and we have the ability to operate in either or both simultaneously. The additional benefits of being in here is that the system, the vehicle, has an enormous air conditioning system on board. As you can imagine, being in this fishbowl in the sun creates quite a heat load, but we have the systems available to keep our folks cool and comfortable, and it's been very well received, particularly on a hot day at the air show. Up here on the top deck of Air Command 1, we have our workstations available for outdoor work. On the back side, we have our antenna farm that has all the necessary antennas for UHF, VHF communication. We also have long-range Wi-Fi communication capability, and direct satellite internet capability to facilitate the communications network that we have on board. Additionally, we have a Climatronics digital weather station. This is the latest technology in digital weather observation equipment. No moving parts whatsoever, but yet has the ability to measure wind speed and direction and transmit that information electronically into our data network, and so we can then present that instantaneously to any of the folks working on the vehicle. So it really represents the latest technology that's available to help really provide the data that the leaders of the event need to know, and we're finding that it's very useful and really enhances safety.
You've heard of this thing called WAAS, right? The Wide Area Augmentation System. Lets you fly GPS glide path approaches without relying on ground-based landing aids. No VOR, no ILS, no problem. Fact is, WAAS is so smart, it even knows what you're going to say next time you need it. And don't have it on board. Wah, wah, I want my WAAS now! I was really crying there for a second.
We're often asked if there is a season to the air show industry, and to a certain extent there is. Air shows tend to follow the nice weather around the country, but for us it's a year-round operation. The planning and necessary work that you have to do in advance of an event truly goes on year-round. And so the highlight of our season is obviously here at the ICAS Convention, where the industry gathers, where we compare notes for this year and begin our planning anew for the following year. So we leave here with a lot of information for our clients, and we're fully underway on planning for all the events. So not really seasonal from our perspective. The first thing we want to do is do a basic assessment of your proposed site and your proposed location. Can it physically accommodate what you want to do? And we do that with a preliminary review of aerial photographs, talk to you about the assets that you have available. Then we begin to talk to you about the necessary structure that you're going to need to build. You're going to need a lot of help to do this. An air show is a significant undertaking. It requires a lot of people to do that. So you're going to need to build a volunteer corps. You're going to need to build relationships with the airport. You're going to need to build relationships with the community partners and sponsors that you're going to need to do that event. So we can help you develop strategies to do all that. Then we have to think about developing the air show itself. How are we going to utilize the airport? What's the best way to do that? You have to remember that airports are not designed to accommodate large crowds of people. What we're using an airport for an air show is something it really wasn't designed for. We're going to bring out, hopefully, several thousand people to your air show for that day, and so we help you do all that and have all those assets available to do that. So that's just the beginning, and it's the knowledge base, it's the experience base. One of the things we like to say is we provide a great deal of error avoidance. You know, we've stepped on most of the landmines at one time or another ourselves, so we like to help do that. But what we're really focused on is helping you and your local organization do that event. There are companies out there that will turnkey an air show for you. What we have found, and where our business has really developed, is coming in and joining your team, being that knowledge resource for you. But it's really your event, your team owns it, your community owns it, so we're there to help you do it. But your community, your organization retains the ownership of the event, and we find that that's a key difference in the service that we provide. There's a special core of people that operates your event. That's the air boss who takes care of the flying opportunities, but you also have your EMS, your ground boss, all the people who are in charge of making sure that the event runs smoothly and safely. And what this is designed to do is provide a new level of operational capability and communications capability so that the folks you ask to lead your event are well informed and able to make the right decisions to operate your event in a safe fashion, and that's really what this has been focused on.